Hi there. Good Tuesday morning. We're following breaking news overnight.
A significant shift in President Trump's immigration crackdown. It is January 27th. This is Today. Major shakeup. The White House pulling the top Border Patrol official and some federal agents out of Minneapolis. But the firestorm over the second deadly shooting there in less than a month only growing. What the administration is now saying about those protests, the shooting, and the future of those federal operations in other cities. We're live in Minnesota and Washington. Deep freeze. More than 500,000 people still without power this morning.
We are paralyzed, to be honest with you.
As temperatures plunge even lower across much of the country, with no relief in sight and another potential storm in the works. Your full forecast straight ahead. Facing the judge, the former Olympic snowboarder turned most wanted fugitive accused of being a drug kingpin in court for the first time. We'll have new details on the case against him. 'Tis the season. The time to start filing your taxes has officially arrived, with some major changes set to impact your return and possible refund. We'll break down everything you need to know. All that, plus, you gotta believe. The U.S. hockey team stunning upset over the Soviets.
You believe in miracles? Yes!
Still inspiring nearly 5 decades later. And this morning, some of its heroes are with us live as we count down to the next Winter Olympics. And national treasure.
Very interesting.
For 30 years, Al's brighten our mornings.
Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. Yeah!
Bringing us the weather, lending a hand, chatting with stars, and becoming a bona fide pop culture icon along the way.
All right, who's hungry?
Did somebody say hungry? Boys, come and get it.
And this morning, we're celebrating our ray of sunshine with a huge anniversary you do not want to miss. Today, Tuesday, January 27th, 2026.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin, live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And a very good morning to you. Welcome to Today. So glad you're starting your Tuesday with us, not just any Tuesday.
No, this is a special one. We're calling it Al-iversary. Can you believe it? 30 years of Al Roker. We are going to take a look back at all of Al's glory days, of his iconic moments, both here on the Today Show and really in our culture. He's our little miracle on ice this week.
Yes, we've got some surprises planned as well, including a fellow named Howard Stern, who is going to join us live.
Okay, we'll get the delay going. And speaking of Mr. Roker, he's been busy this week, this brutal cold. One of the major stories we are covering this morning, hundreds of thousands still without power down south and facing dangerously cold temperatures. On top of that, the East Coast is bracing for, yes, another possible snowstorm this weekend.
More on that in just a moment, but we are going to start once again in Minneapolis, where the Trump administration appears to be shifting its tone a bit, with officials now saying some federal immigration officers will be leaving soon. We have complete coverage this morning. We'll start with NBC's Morgan Chesky on the ground for us in Minneapolis. Morgan, good morning.
Yeah, Craig, Savannah, good morning. And after weeks of this bitter back and forth, this potential shift is absolutely stunning. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey sharing that he spoke to President Trump in a phone call. Those two men agreeing that the situation here on the ground cannot continue.
Overnight, amid ongoing tensions and clashes in Minneapolis, an apparent attempt to de-escalate. An administration official tells NBC News some federal agents will leave the city as soon as today. And in a major shakeup, Border Czar Tom Homan now taking over operations in Minneapolis, according to two officials replacing controversial Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino. Overnight, protesters gathering at a hotel in Minneapolis where they believed Bovino was staying. As the investigation into Preddy's death continued, Department of Homeland Security confirming multiple body cameras worn by the agents involved captured the shooting, which authorities are now reviewing. Preddy's killing has intensified debate over the federal government's aggressive tactics, including another fatal shooting involving a woman in her car, Renee Good. Preddy and Good are both U.S. citizens, while the administration still blamed Democrats for the turmoil in Minnesota.
Which led to that moment on Saturday. This tragedy occurred as a result of a deliberate and hostile result.
Yesterday on the streets, the outrage and mourning continued.
It's sad to say that this is America.
While Preddy was remembered, Dr. Asma Shakit hired him for his first job.
I think Alex was very, very brave, and he gave his life to preserving rights and values for us.
And overnight, Preddy's colleagues at the VA hospital where he worked as an ICU nurse paused what they were doing, lining the hallways to take a moment of silence to honor the life of that 37-year-old. One of his former coworkers posting this photo saying, "Rest in peace." Craig.
Morgan Chesky for us there in Minneapolis. Morgan, thank you.
And for more on the Trump administration's strategy shakeup in Minneapolis, we're joined by NBC senior White House correspondent Garrett Haake. Garrett, good morning. I mean, it seems like this is a potentially significant shift.
It looks that way, Savannah. The president spoke yesterday with both Minnesota's governor and the mayor of Minneapolis, striking a conciliatory tone in statements afterwards, suggesting he could work with two Democrats he has spent the last several weeks blasting. Those calls were part of what seems to be a clear change in strategy for the administration, with the president's signature mass deportation policy now under a microscope after a second U.S. citizen was shot dead by immigration agents.
This morning, the White House shifting strategy in Minnesota as the public uproar grows over the weekend killing of Alex Preddy. Some administration officials and allies telling NBC News President Trump is, quote, concerned about the future of immigration enforcement operations there. And that leadership shakeup on the ground with Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino now replaced by Border Czar Tom Homan, coming after bipartisan backlash to the response from Trump administration officials immediately following the shooting, including Bovino and DHS Secretary Kristi Noem on Saturday.
This looks like a situation where an individual wanted to do maximum damage and massacre law enforcement.
This individual went and impeded their law enforcement operations, attacked those officers.
Multiple videos from the shooting contradicting those accounts. Preddy, an ICU nurse, can be seen with only a cell phone in hand. And videos also appear to show an officer removing the gun Preddy had, which officials say he owned legally. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez asking yesterday if Trump is dissatisfied.
No, Mr. Homan is doing an exceptional job, and he has been working with Secretary Noem and President Trump over the course of the last year. Secretary Noem still has the utmost confidence and trust of the President of the United States.
As outrage grew on the ground in Minneapolis and among Democrats, some in Trump's own party also responding. Utah's John Curtis, one of more than a half dozen Republican senators, to call for a thorough investigation, writing, quote, I disagree with Secretary Noem's premature DHS response, which came before all the facts were known and weakened confidence. And Trump ally Senator Ted Cruz speaking out.
What I think the administration could do better is the tone with which they're describing this. That immediately when an incident like this happens, they come out guns blazing, that we took out a violent terrorist, hooray.
Garrett, Democrats also appear to be pushing for changes to ICE and DHS operations by going where the money is, targeting funding in Congress. What more do you know about that?
Yes, Savannah, the next deadline to fund the government or to partially shut it down comes this Friday. And in Congress, deadlines like that create opportunities for action. Democrats feel like they can't, in good conscience, keep funding the Department of Homeland Security amid all this violence and turmoil without forcing the agency to change its tactics. And recent polls have consistently shown voters souring on how these mass deportations are being conducted, which puts some wind in Democratic sails. All of it means we could be in for a major showdown on Capitol Hill ahead of that deadline this week. Savannah.
Garrett Haake on the north lawn of the White House. Thank you.
The other major story we're following this morning, the deep freeze that is spreading nationwide following one of the biggest winter storms in years. And that brutal cold really taking a toll with more than 500,000 people still without power this morning. And some of those areas in the dark now bracing for record lows. We've got it all covered for you this morning, including Al's forecast, but we're going to start with NBC's George Solis. He is in hard-hit Nashville, Tennessee. George, good morning.
Craig, good morning to you from a frigid Nashville where it's currently 9 degrees. Actually feels colder. Many neighborhoods still looking like this with trees that are iced over. This icy cold has an icy grip on much of the South, and many neighborhoods waking up with a lot of fallen tree branches just like this, making the cleanup impossible. It's not good news as hundreds of thousands still remain without power. This morning, an Arctic blast plunging the deep south into a deep freeze. The rare monster storm this week, taking the lives of at least 21 people. And more than 500,000 are still without power amid dangerously cold temperatures.
We cannot cook anything, we cannot do anything right now. We are paralyzed, to be honest with you.
As temperatures continue to plummet in Tennessee, some families like the Claibornes camping out in their homes to stay warm.
We have enough propane to get through till tomorrow, and then if we can't find any more or if we need to go somewhere, we will.
Another problem are the trees snapping and collapsing under the weight of thick ice.
I mean, it was just crack, crack, boom, and just all morning long.
And in some cases, making evacuations difficult, if not impossible. Neighbors doing all they can to help clear the streets.
It's pretty bad out.
Driving conditions also treacherous due to slick roads. The semi-truck crushed under the weight of a traffic sign, while dozens of vehicles were left stranded on the highway.
Please stay off the road. Only go out if you have to.
The Northeast is just beginning to dig out from the deadly winter blast.
We haven't got this much snow in a while.
That dumped at least 20 inches of snow across parts of New England. Some plow drivers working around the clock.
We haven't seen this much snow in years.
While in Pittsburgh, dozens of plow trucks breaking down, leaving many stuck residents waiting for streets to be cleared.
You can see a car can't even go up and down here.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's mayor declaring a state of emergency, and schools in Boston and D.C. and many parts of the country actually remain closed. And here in Nashville, work crews will be out in these frigid conditions to get people back on the grid as soon as possible. Craig?
Frigid indeed. George Solis. George, thank you.
Now to the efforts to get air travel back on schedule as airports, airlines, and travelers continue to deal with the ripple effects of thousands of canceled flights. In the meantime, investigators still searching for answers after that fatal small plane crash in Maine. That happened during Sunday night's big snowfall. NBC's Tom Costello covers aviation for us. Tom, good morning.
Yes, Savannah, good morning. Authorities in Maine this morning say that they are still not yet able to officially confirm the identities of the people on board that jet, though we are hearing from some family members. And meanwhile, across the country, we have now another 1,300 flight cancellations today, more than 800 delays at this hour as the nation's airlines are working to get back on schedule. There's the flight aware misery map it's going to build. The FAA, though, predicting it could take another day or two. At airports across the country this morning, airlines are trying to bounce back from Sunday, which saw the most flight cancellations in a single day since the beginning of the COVID pandemic. More than 6,000 flights canceled, 7,500 delays on Monday alone, after a stunning 11,000 cancellations Sunday, as a lack of airport staff hinders the recovery.
A lot of our airport workers are having trouble getting in as well, so we're navigating that, and we're hoping by midweek we're going to be back to normal.
Travelers nationwide feeling the frustration.
The next flight available is Wednesday at 7 p.m.
The nationwide rebound comes as investigators are searching for clues into what caused a private jet to crash Sunday night less than a minute after it was cleared for takeoff.
Aircraft upside down. We have a passenger aircraft upside down.
All 6 people on board died. The pilot, 47-year-old Jacob Hosmer, whose father confirmed his death to our Houston affiliate, KPRC. And overnight, the county commissioner identified Tara Arnold, a mother and wife of one of the plane's owners. The plane was a Bombardier Challenger 600, the same model that crashed in icing conditions in Colorado in 2004, killing the 14-year-old son of NBC Sports executive Dick Ebersol. On Sunday, the temperature at the Bangor airport was just 2 degrees, with light snow beginning to fall, but the airport was open. The authorities there say planes were being de-iced. And while it's unknown if this plane was treated or not, minutes before the crash, another pilot questioned on the radio if the de-icing fluid was working.
I don't know what blew over at the end of the runway, but the visibility dropped and it stuck to us like there was nothing there.
Tom, another big aviation story. I know you've been watching the NTSB holding its last hearing on the deadly collision in Washington, D.C. between the military helicopter and the passenger plane. So what are you expecting to come out of this?
Yeah, that's right. So this will be the NTSB's final meeting, laying out its findings on the multiple failures that led to that midair crash a year ago this week, killing 67 people. The NTSB will also lay out its recommendations to assure nothing like this ever happens again. The FAA has already ordered nearly all helicopters to remain out of the airspace around Reagan National unless it's an emergency or a national security flight, Savannah.
All right. Busy plate for you today, Tom. Thank you very much.
Also busy for Mr. Roker. Let's bring him in now for more on the dangerous cold. Another storm perhaps on the way.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, good morning, everybody. We're going to deal with this cold first. 172 million of us from the southwest all the way into the northeast and parts of New England under freeze watches and warnings. Potential record lows from Roswell, New Mexico, D.C., Youngstown, Greenwood. We're expecting right now, feels like 0 in Chicago, 3 in Oklahoma City, 15 in New York City, minus 17 in Bismarck. Hats and gloves today, definitely. A high of only 17 in Buffalo, 35 Little Rock, Minneapolis. You're in single digits. We head into tomorrow. Again, brutally cold temperatures. A high of only 23 in New York City. Nashville, you're at 34 degrees. And over the weekend, as we head into the weekend, you can see this reinforcing air is coming in. It's going to be in place. We're going to take a look at what's going to be coming toward the end of this week along the East Coast. But we're going to get to your local forecast coming up in the next 30 seconds.
Oh, whether it's September, June, January, always a good morning to play a little Earth, Wind & Fire. This is a twofer this morning because, of course, Earth, Wind & Fire is one of Al's absolute favorites. We're celebrating his 30th anniversary here on Today. And here's the twofer part. Carson, you've got an Earth, Wind & Fire item on Pop Start.
Yeah, we're going to hopefully get them back out on our plaza. Maybe we'll have a stage for them this time because they're going back on tour with another musical icon. I'll have those details coming out.
Oh, looking forward to that. First up in this half hour, there's some new details on the arrest of the Canadian Olympic snowboarder accused of running a multi-billion-dollar drug trafficking ring.
Ryan Wedding made his first appearance in court yesterday, less than a year after he was added to the FBI's most wanted list. NBC's Liz Kreutz picks up the story from there. She's in L.A. this morning. Hi, Liz. Morning.
Hey, guys. Good morning to you. Wedding was arrested last week in Mexico City. He was then extradited here to Southern California. And this is where officials say he had set up a key distribution hub for the massive amounts of cocaine they say he was smuggling from Colombia all across the U.S. and Canada.
With his ankles shackled, wearing a prison jumpsuit, former Olympian turned alleged international drug kingpin Ryan Wedding made his first appearance in federal court Monday, just days after the 44-year-old was arrested in Mexico, where authorities say he was on the run and hiding for more than a decade.
The indictments are not evidence. They're just an accusation. So he entered a not guilty plea to both of those indictments.
Wedding, who was flown back to Southern California Friday, now being held without bail while facing 17 felony charges, including murder and drug trafficking. Outside court, his attorney disputing reports he turned himself in.
He was arrested. He was apprehended. He did not surrender.
According to officials, the once world-class snowboarder who competed in the 2002 Salt Lake City Olympics for Canada had become a modern-day version of Pablo Escobar, the notorious Colombian drug lord, running one of the world's most dangerous drug trafficking rings and working closely with the Sinaloa cartel. It all earning him a spot on the FBI's 10 most wanted list last year.
The largest narco trafficker in modern times. He's a modern-day El Chapo, and he thought he could evade justice.
Authorities accuse Wedding, who they say went by the names El Jefe, Public Enemy, and Giant, of orchestrating multiple murders, including of a witness in Colombia who was going to testify against him.
The witness was gunned down in a restaurant in Medellin before he could testify against Wedding.
The Fed saying Wedding's multi-billion-dollar operation is responsible for bringing about 60 metric tons of cocaine into the U.S. per year, and promising his arrest will bring justice to the families they say he tormented for years.
Now, Wedding is being held in jail here in the Los Angeles area. He is expected to be back in court next month with a potential trial to begin later this year. And we should note there are more than 24 co-defendants who are also charged in this alleged drug trafficking operation. Guys.
All right, Liz, thank you.
All right, still ahead. Do you believe in miracles? As we count down to Milan, we're going to shine some new light on the U.S. hockey team's stunning and historic victory over the Soviets back in the 1980 Winter Olympics. And some of its stars will be here live.
First, though, you would be hard-pressed to find anyone more excited about tax season than Christine Romans.
Guys, tax season is open, and there are some big changes and the potential for a bigger refund for you. We've got that right after the break.
We're back, 7:37. This morning on Today's Consumer, we are talking taxes.
Fun. You can file starting this week, but before you submit that return, there are some big changes that you'll probably want to know about.
Yes, here to break all the changes down and more, NBC senior business correspondent Christine Romans. Christine, so we can start filing this week. Are there some folks who should wait, or should everyone file as soon as they can?
Well, I like to file as soon as possible because you want to get that refund, and if there's a problem, you want to find out right away. So you want to get your 1099s, your W-2s, all that alphabet soup of stuff, and you can start filing this week. Make sure you have all the forms. Maybe you have some financial documents that don't come until next month, but I would just start ticking through, see what's already come in the mail, see what you have to go online and print out yourself, and just get all of this together. You can file an extension on April 15th. That's tax day, of course. And then, of course, that extended tax deadline is October 15th. But the goal is to get it all done as soon as you can.
Okay, and so there are changes in the tax code this year?
A lot of changes. A lot of them are temporary, but there's a lot of stuff in here that you need to know about. So if you are a senior, there's a bonus, a $6,000 senior bonus. You do not have to itemize to get this. This is for people who make $75,000 or less, and then it phases out for people with higher income. Interest on car loans, up to $10,000 is deductible there. Check the VIN number of your car and go to one of these VIN decoders online or go to the IRS to see if your car qualifies, if you bought it in 2025. Tips and overtime, there are some tax credits and deductions for that. It's about $25,000 in tips, and $12,500 in overtime will be tax-free. And then the child tax credit is higher this year. It's $2,200. Both the parent and the child this year, though, must have a Social Security number.
What's the standard deduction this year, and how do you know if you should itemize or just take that?
It's bigger. You got to do the math, but there's some really important stuff there. $31,500 for the standard deduction for a couple. It's $15,750 for a single filer. You might really want to consider itemizing if you live in one of these high-tax states where that SALT, state and local tax deduction, the cap used to be $10,000. It's been temporarily raised to $40,000. So if you live in New York, New Jersey, California, Illinois, Connecticut, these states where you pay a lot in property taxes, that could be a good boon for you. So consider itemizing if if your donations, your home mortgage, your property taxes, maybe medical and dental expenses, if you have a lot of these things, add them all up, and it might be time to itemize this year. It is, but $31,500 is the new standard deduction. So that essentially that means that first $31,500 of your earnings for a couple is tax-free. That's the free stuff that Uncle Sam can't touch.
Christine Romans.
There you go.
Getting us ready.
She's raising the roof for taxes.
Go taxes.
Okay. It's not for everyone. All right, let's get a check of the weather from Al.
Hey, Christine, if you file an extension but you owe taxes, you still have to pay it?
Yes, you do. That's right. Yes,
even
sir.
If it's an extension.
Yes, sir.
Asking for a friend?
It's not free.
It sounded like it, didn't it?
It is not free.
I never liked that rule because if you knew how much you owed, you would just file.
Yeah, but sometimes people have complicated investment accounts. This is not me. And they are waiting for different forms to come in, and so they file extensions.
Okay.
All right. Thanks so much. Well, hey, you like cold, hard cash? Well, you're going to have being really cold because we've got a little lobe of the polar vortex dropping down, another lobe. It's going to plunge through late this week. And so then as it sits down and makes its way into the southeast, temperatures 20 to 30 degrees below average from Texas to New England. So we've got that cold air in place. We're looking at these temperatures that are going to be really brutal. A free fall by Saturday. Columbus, you're in 40 14, New York City 19 on Friday, into the 30s as you get down to Jackson, Mississippi. Now, we're watching this storm system on Saturday develop. This Arctic low is going to trigger a coastal low. That's going to mean heavy snow either way from Norfolk down into Charleston, possibly gusty winds. Now, the system, this is the European model, makes its way up. Heavier snow for New England, but the mid-Atlantic doesn't really get hit that much. However, the American model brings it closer, at about 200 miles closer to the coast. That means winter weather impacts up and down the I-95 corridor. So we're going to be watching this very closely over the next 72 hours. A wiggle either way is going to determine who gets more heavy snow as we head into Saturday and Sunday. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. And that's your latest weather. Hashtag PSSP.
All right, Uncle Al, since next hour is all about our anniversary, we have a huge party going on. We're doing a little early pop start for you. This one, of course, is about two of Uncle Al's favorite artists. So bump the music and let's get to it. Mark your calendar, Uncle Al, because Earth, Wind & Fire set to hit the road once again. Yeah. This time with Lionel Richie.
Oh, come on.
How about that show?
Wow.
New set of shows across North America. They're sing-a-song all night long tour.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Starts in June. If you want to look for tickets, the fan club pre-sale starts tomorrow. You're president of the
absolutely. I am there for that.
Oh, let's
go.
Oh, city concert. Come on, baby.
I was going to say they should kick it off right here in the plaza.
Sing a song all night long.
Lionel Richie? Oh, my gosh. Come on. Dancing on the ceiling, baby.
I love it. JBH, got a boost for us?
Yeah, I do, you guys. If you're a fan of babies, adorable grandparents, and racing, that's a trio. You're going to love this one right after this.
Oh, it feels like a good time for a boost.
Right, you guys, boosters, start your engines. We have quite possibly the most adorable competition on the internet. Meet your racers, 91-year-old grandpa going walker to walker with 10-month-old Natalie.
On your mark, get set.
Oh boy, look at her go. Yeah.
She's saying, she's saying, come on, Grandpa.
Okay. I come.
Aw, how sweet
That is amazing.
is that?
That's great.
Don't you love how Grandpa gave Natalie a head start?
And I love how she waited.
And she waited.
Then she took off. Then she
slid
slid
out. Yeah.
We should recreate this on the plaza and start them at the beginning of the show. And then we'll just check in with them over 2 hours to see how far they've gone.
We need it to warm up a little. It's too cold out there
That's
with Natalie and Grandpa.
So
good
cute.
Love it. Good
All right,
boost.
just ahead, we're going to kick off our anniversary 30 years. Mr. Roker on today, the joy he has brought to each one of us and all of you along the way. But first, your local news.
Oh, that's a good one.
He loves it.
30 years.
It's 8 o'clock on today. Coming up, happy anniversary. It's a party 30 years in the making as we celebrate a major milestone for our very own Al Roker.
My people!
From the forecast
Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. Yeah!
to the big interviews.
And scene.
Al, I think that's probably one of the best interviews I ever had.
And so many unforgettable moments.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion eats this morning.
We look back at the first 3 decades of this national treasure today, Tuesday, January 27th, 2026.
Uncle Al, there's no one like you.
Love you, Al.
Congratulations, Al.
You're the man, Al Roker. Happy anniversary, Al. Congratulations.
You're the best, Al. You're a legend. Cheers, Al.
Happy 30th, Al. Can't imagine my mornings without you.
Happy anniversary, Al. You are our sunshine.
Cheers to 30 years.
And here's the 30 more.
Some sad news this morning about a beloved member of the NBC family. Produce Pete, a longtime fixture of NBC New York's weekend morning news, has died at the age of 80.
So the new Rob this is what we call Andy Boy. Now, Rob has grown all over the United States, and it's grown all over in parts of Canada and stuff, too.
I mean, that was Produce Pete right here on Today. Yeah. That was last year. He was born Peter Napolitano in Bergenfield, New Jersey. He helped grow Napolitano's produce from a small family store into a New Jersey destination. And that is where he learned the many lessons that he shared with TV viewers for more than 30 years. Produce Pete signed off each segment with his trademark line, "If you eat right, you're going to live right." And he did.
Yeah, he was a legend, too.
Yeah, he really was. We are back, and the gang's all here because we are about to celebrate the one we love, the heart and soul of today, Al Roker.
We're going to celebrate and roast him as well. So, 30 years in counting. 30 years of informing the country on the weather, bringing this joyful energy to everything he does.
But before our Aliversary, let's let him do what he does best. Mr. Roker?
All right, let's show you what we got going on as far as weather is concerned. We're looking at some snow showers around the Great Lakes. Again, frigid conditions in the plains, record chills down through Texas. A little wet weather along the northwestern California coast. But other than that, at least as far as the sky conditions, things are okay. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. Best time of the morning, pop star.
No.
Don't deflect. Best time of the last 3 decades has been you, Al. We are ready to celebrate you. You have reached a major milestone, 30 years on this show.
Hard to believe. And through those 3 decades, he's brought us countless forecasts, covered all kinds of storms. But his legacy goes far beyond the well-deserved title of America's favorite weatherman. Al Roker is an undeniable national treasure.
So let's kick off our 30th Aliversary with a look back at the best of Uncle Al.
That'll take 30 seconds.
Al has been front and center at the Today Show for 30 years.
We're singing in the rain.
He's not just one of the faces of the Today Show. He's a global ambassador.
Hey, we're on TV. Everybody do the air.
Unbelievable television.
Al Roker spending 30 years as a constant in people's lives, in and of itself is an amazing milestone.
Everybody all together. Oh. I want you. Huge crowd today.
To me, Al is the Today Show.
5'7" Super Senior.
It's showtime.
Going around the horn, coming through. Way to go, Idaho.
Well, we got a lot of wet weather again where they don't need it.
Literally, he started at the Today Show when we got married. I was really excited to see him realizing his dream.
Bring it to my microphone.
Willard was his mentor.
What's today? Bring your daughter to work. That's right. And I brought my daughter. Isn't she cute?
And he passed the baton to my dad.
Even when we were really young, my dad had to wake up really early, like 4 in the morning, but he still would do our lunches. He would write us a little note.
He would always draw little cartoons in my lunch boxes, saying, "I love you, have a great day."
Al Roker is one of the funniest people I've ever met.
Just a teeny, weeny bit of drizzle. Very interesting.
Al's wit is beyond, and he's always on.
Boy, you can tell we don't rehearse, right?
He is unapologetically himself.
Work your look. Al is an original, and I think that's why people love him so much.
Who let the dogs out?
He is hilarious and funny and zany.
Put your face right there.
There's a lot of great Rokerisms.
Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. Yeah!
My people.
My people! Sunday!
One of my favorite iterations, though, of Al Roker was Rokerthon.
We got so much going on here at Rokerthon. Where are we? Cape Girardeau, Missouri, Kentucky. The Wienermobile! Wow.
Every major weather event, Al has been there.
It's Al Roker, front and center, in that hurricane.
We are upstairs on a balcony roof right now.
It's been scary at times.
Right about now, I do it. Oh. We're okay.
He is out there covering it.
This has been a slow-moving system. There is 2 to 4 feet, as much as 8 feet of water.
Those stories need to be seen and covered.
Boy, you look at all these trees thrown around like twigs.
He wants to tell the stories of the climate changing on our planet.
I traveled to southeastern Greenland to see firsthand how the warming oceans are affecting the glaciers.
He's been to the Arctic.
Oh, the Al Roker buoy.
Go, be fruitful, bring much data.
And the giving is just beginning.
One of the things that I love about Alan is his work with Linda Hand.
This is a single biggest day donation that we've ever done.
He has a huge heart, but he doesn't just keep all that goodness to himself, he spreads it.
There we go.
Thanks for coming and thank you for having us.
It makes me feel very proud. He helped out a lot of people that lost a lot of homes.
Seeing him do lend a hand has instilled in us as a family just the importance of giving back.
We hope that this all helps get you guys back on your feet.
Not only has he been nonstop here in America, the guy's traveled the world.
On this side, the southern hemisphere. This side, northern.
He'll do anything.
It's Superman!
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion eats this morning.
Our start today, 30-day walking plan.
All the things he's done, the places he's gone.
What I love about Al is he's evolved. Like, he went from being a weather guy, and now Al Roker's sitting down with the president.
Post-presidency, how has life changed?
Willard did start it with a kiss to my grandmother.
Thank you. Mr. President, is the weather good?
But then Al has continued it.
Yes!
First ladies, rock stars. We are.
Why do you think we identify so much with Charlie Brown?
He interviewed some of the greatest names in history.
He does so much more than weather. This is Al Roker.
Who doesn't want to sit down and talk to Al Roker?
It's so...
You look magnificent. How do you feel?
I know I want it.
Bang, bang. Here we go, Al. Let's go. Hey, let's warm it up.
So this is the spot for skiing, you guys.
Al, it's 57 degrees with Mary Jane Falls, Nevada. And scene.
Al, I think that's probably one of the best interviews I ever had.
Here's a guy who, for decades, has been one of the faces of the Today Show. You would think that'd be enough for him. Not Al.
He is a cultural phenomenon.
It looks like the food storm is following an unusual pattern. Weather hunters.
My God, what a night.
What a morning.
Our buddy Al Roker, Broadway debut on Friday night.
Sure enough, there's Uncle Al coming out to be Sally. I've always admired Uncle Al for his vulnerability on the air, his ability to share his own health battles.
Turns out I have prostate cancer. I just decided that I wanted to go public with this.
One of the most, if not the most moving moments when Al had recovered from surgery and he was home. And we wanted to do something for him.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
That meant a lot to all of us because that was a very scary time.
You know, in that moment, we felt how he feels about us. It was like this beautiful connection.
We love you.
I think the biggest accomplishment and the thing he's most proud of is my daughter Sky, his granddaughter.
Hi, beautiful. Hi, Papa.
Hi, baby girl. How are you? I love you.
Dancing, dancing, dancing.
She is just the best.
Al Roker is the glue that holds the Today Show together.
Let's get this party started.
Al Roker is one of a kind, a living legend.
He's loving, he's caring.
Thank you for your job.
He's an American treasure.
I'm king of the world!
Al will be here long after all of us, and he should be, because Al is the heart and soul of this place.
He is a once-in-a-generation talent. I can't imagine this place without Al Roker.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, first of all, my family here means so very much to me. And my family, Deborah, Leela, Courtney, Nick, Sky, and I'm thinking about my parents too, because they were. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Al and Isabel Roker, and all of you, everybody out here and down in the control room and across the street. This has just been an honor, and to say it's a dream is not even close, because I never imagined anything like this, and to be with the people that I get to work with every day.
Well, this is such a beautiful place, and that's because your DNA is in it, and that spirit that you bring. And you mentioned your parents. You always talk about your dad and what he instilled in you, and I think that's the values that you bring to us and to this place.
Well, you know, I just, you know, people say, oh, we treat you like family. Usually you want to run in the opposite direction. But you guys, you know, and again, that, you know, when I was sick and you guys all came to sing, you know, that, I hadn't cried the whole time. And then I lost it there because of what you all mean to me. And again, you know, Deborah, Leela, Nick, Courtney, my brother, Chris, my sister, Lisa, and Desi. It's just, I'm a very blessed person. I really am.
And then all those people found out where you lived.
That's it. But that's because they wanted the full-size candy bars at Halloween.
Well, I'll tell you what, Uncle Al, the party's just getting started. You know, a lot of people, as you can imagine, wanted to celebrate with you this morning, including somebody who's been a big fan of yours for a very long time. We're talking about the one and only king of all media, Howard Stern.
Oh, my God.
We're simulcasting right now.
Oh, my God. Is that you, Al?
It is, my friend. How are you?
Al, I'm sitting here doing my radio show, and there's nothing more exciting than celebrating your 30 years in the business. And, you know, of all the people to appear live, you chose me, Al.
That's it.
And I have no idea why. I barely know you. What is the thought? Share with me, Al.
Yes, sir.
Share with me.
Yes.
I mean, do you not know anyone beside me? I mean, it seems to me you must have a friend that should appear before me. You and I barely know each other. I'm baffled by this.
It is sad. It's a commentary on the emptiness of my life.
Well, let me try to come up with a phony baloney kind of speech here of some kind, where, you know, how close we are. First of all, you look fabulous. I knew you when you were heavy. Mm-hmm. I knew you when you... No, I do not look fabulous, and let me explain why, for those of you watching. I don't have hair and makeup, people. I now do the show. I'm like semi-retired. I'm doing the show from my house. I put my hands through this hair, and you know, I swear to you, I was going to wear a bag over my head to honor you, and not upset your audience, because your audience isn't used to being upset. But I want to say something, Al.
Yes.
For you to last at NBC for 30 years is an amazing accomplishment. Mm-hmm. I worked there for 3 years, and I couldn't wait to get out. I mean, they tortured me there.
When I first started, I used to see you doing the radio.
That's right. And you know, I was controversial. That's why I lost my job there. They fired me. They threw me right out of the building. And you said to me, I'll never be fired, because I'm never going to say anything that will offend anyone, that anyone will be interested in. I'm just going to keep quiet and say, let me see what's going on in your neck of the woods. That was the famous line.
That was the plan.
Whatever that is.
That was the plan.
No, but you were smart. I once said to Al, remember, I walked up to you, I said, Al, what do you prefer, Coke or Pepsi? And you said, I'm not going there, pal. I'm not going to offend anybody. And that's why you lasted. I am telling you. But I'm honored. I don't know why I'm here, but I always tell people I love Al Roker. And I mean it sincerely. I truly do. And someone said, why do you love Al Roker? And I said, I don't know why, but I love Al Roker. You see? And did anyone else get asked to be on the show to honor you beside me? Or just me?
No, they actually asked many people, but they all turned them down.
They turned it down.
No, we have a morning coming.
Well, no, I felt bad. But Al, I love you. And a lot of people know this. Al not only does his television thing, he has a radio show right here at Sirius XM.
That's right, with Chanel and Dylan.
And it's great. You know what the name of the show is? Off the Rails with Al Roker. And there's nobody more off the rails than Al. It was such an appropriate name. I said, why do they call Al's show Off the Rails? And I tuned in. They were doing a segment on cheese. And you turned to your co-host and you said, what favorite cheese? Let me test you. Let me give you a quiz about cheese. And I said, this is why this man is off the rails. I'm telling you. It was great radio. Look, as a guy who spent many years in radio, I said, I should have thought of that first. And you had it there, and it's fabulous. Al, what's going on? How do you feel, really? 30. What do you attribute their 30 years to? What do you think it is?
I'm telling you, keeping my head down and working with great people. You know, like you've got Robin, you know, and Baba Booey.
Yes.
You know.
Are you ready to come clean now and tell people like outrageous things now that you've lasted 30 years? You don't even need to be there anymore. You've made so much money. Will you tell people like which guest had the worst breath? And don't say me. Seriously, will you ever reveal any of these things?
Yeah, after I'm finally off the air. But not until then, because I need this job still. I got a daughter getting married this spring.
I think everybody wants to know, Al. And you can answer this. Maybe it's too controversial. I know you don't like controversy, but do you have weather groupies? Are there women out there who are ready to sleep with you in a minute? And I'm seriously, answer the question. Have there been women who have thrown themselves at you and you have to say, look, I'm a professional? No. Has there been anything tawdry?
No. But Craig has thrown himself at me.
Oh, stop. Don't drop into this.
Like, is that going to be the new heated rivalry?
Exactly.
You and Craig.
That's it. Yes. Yes, exactly.
Oh, would I watch that?
You would watch
That's
that.
The next phase.
By the way, Howard,
yes.
Congratulations. I understand you just signed a new contract. You're going to be there at Sirius for a while longer. How does that feel?
Yes. It feels great. I said to people, it must be like when Al signed up to do Sharknado. That was the greatest thing I ever saw you do. When you appeared in Sharknado, and I said, when I signed that contract at Sirius XM, I said to myself, this is how Al felt. What was your line in Sharknado again? Could you just remind everybody? It's fantastic.
I don't even remember.
We'll go back and watch.
Well, listen, you got to hear Al Roker Off the Rails weekly. Al, I do love you very much. I don't know why I said it, but I do. I love you, and I think you're just a great guy. And you know what? There's not a lot of positive going on in the world right now, but you're very positive, and that's what I love about you. And thank you for being a friend.
Exclusively on Sirius XM and Howard 100.
Great to see you, Al.
Thank you, dude.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, more fun and surprises after your local news.
If you can hear over the cheers, we're playing his theme song, the A-Team. We've all taken a little fashion inspo from Al as well. Oh, hold on to your hat. Woo! And your glasses.
Ready to head out to the plaza to say hello to your people.
Oh, my people. Well, nice to see everybody. Hello, folks. Hello. Oh.
Al, we're all wearing your signature glasses
Brian
and hat.
Hawkins, the guy who sells me my suits.
Oh, that's great.
That's so great.
You kept him in business a long time. By the way, only Al can pull off this look.
I know.
We tried.
We
failed.
Wow.
We're just starting with our big celebration of Uncle Al as we said Howard Stern, not the only person who wanted to congratulate you, so get ready for a lot more surprises and surprise guests.
Then, of course, we've got a whole nother hour. On the third hour, we're going to celebrate Al and two of Al's favorite things, food and fashion.
How about a big shout out for the staff?
I'm telling you.
My goodness.
And by the way, Yael Fetterbush produced that What's the Future obit. So that's fantastic. That's really great.
Oh, please. Well, would you like to give us another check of the weather?
I would love to.
Okay.
And there's the control room.
Yes.
The control room. Those are my people. I'm telling you.
I love
it. Oh, my gosh. All right, let's look ahead to the weekend, see what we've got going on. So Friday, record cold in the Northeast, freezing down through the plains, sunny and nice out west, precipitation in the Pacific Northwest on Saturday. Snow possible, especially in the mid-Atlantic, along the Carolina coast. We're looking at wet weather in the Pacific Northwest, frigid everywhere else. Sunday! Are we looking at a coastal storm? We'll know a little bit better tomorrow. More wet weather from Northern California on into the Pacific Northwest. And we're looking at mild highs through the Rockies and the Southwest. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
We are back with a look at our Olympic countdown clock, sponsored by Comcast. Just 10 days now, 10 days until the opening ceremony of the 2026 Winter Games in Milan and Cortina. And to help get you ready, we're looking back at one of the greatest Olympic moments of all time. The 1980 Miracle on Ice in Lake Placid. We're going to chat with 4 members of that U.S. hockey team in just a moment. But first, NBC's Joe Fryer is here with a look back at the miracle itself. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Craig, good morning. A reminder, this wasn't even the gold medal game. It was the face-off to get to that matchup. And just days before the Olympics, the Soviets thrashed the Americans in an exhibition game, 10-3. That may have lowered expectations, but it also heightened Team USA's desire to win.
When the Americans battled the Soviets at the 1980 Winter Olympics,
Slap shot, and it was deflected in from the point.
The word underdog was an understatement. They were amateurs, a team of collegiate rivals who bonded over a common enemy, their coach, an ornery drill sergeant of a skipper named Herb Brooks. His unorthodox confrontational style is chronicled in the new Netflix documentary Miracle, The Boys of '80.
The way Herbie coached accelerated us coming together.
Though right before that game against the Soviets, Brooks did deliver an inspirational speech, immortalized and dramatized by Kurt Russell in the feature film Miracle.
You were born to be hockey players.
It was an ice battle amid a Cold War. Thousands packing the arena in Lake Placid, with more than 34 million Americans watching from home.
Pavlis up ahead to Schneider. Shot goes in!
Then, with the game tied at 3, came this.
Erozione! Mike Erozione!
And soon the countdown that launched a nation's spirits.
5 seconds left in the game. You believe in miracles? Yes!
Though the moment is forever etched in their minds, the players recently gathered to watch it again for the Netflix stock.
I threw my stick against the boards, then I jumped on the pile.
It's not just sports history. The miracle on ice is American history.
Team USA still had to beat Finland a couple days later. They even went into the third period of that game trailing, but scored 3 unanswered goals, winning 4-2 and capturing that gold medal. Craig.
It is an amazing story still almost 50 years later. Joe, thank you. We are joined now by a few members of that gold medal winning team. Captain Mike Eruzione, goalie Jim Craig, star forwards Rob McClanahan, Buzz Schneider. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Hard to believe it's been nearly 50 years.
It is when we try to play.
I was just telling you, you watch the doc, and we know the story. We know how it ends, but it was just amazing to see all of you reflecting on that day and to go back to Lake Placid, where it all went down. When you walked into that arena, Rob, did all the memories from that day, did all the emotions, did they just come flooding back?
Oh, they always do. Whenever we go into that arena, it's memories, and they have our names up on the, the banners up on the stands, and it's a great place, great memories.
Yeah, and Lake Placid's done a real good job of making sure no one ever forgets what happened that day, too. What was it like for you, Jim, going back to see it all again?
I think it's great because you look at the legacy our team and all my teammates kind of did, and how each generation is getting inspired by that. So you walk in there, and some dreams start there, some dreams end there. So it was really an awesome time to be back.
Buzz, you really got the momentum going. You scored that first goal against the Russians. And I think there are a lot of younger people in this country who don't really fully appreciate what it was like in America at that time. I mean, we were a sad country for a lot of unemployment's high, inflation's high, height of the Cold War. The Soviets were our arch nemesis. Did you think that we had a shot before you scored that goal to beat the Soviets?
Well, we thought that if we kept the game close, we had an opportunity to hang with them. If we could until the end, maybe we had a shot to win. But my favorite memories about it is, and I had the opportunity to play in '76, but in 1980, my wife and my family got to experience it and cherish the moments, and that's what I probably remember the most.
So he scores the first, and then Mike, you score the game-winning goal against the Soviets. Do you remember that initial feeling after you scored that goal, after it became clear that we were going to win that game, what it was like?
My first reaction was we have the lead.
Yeah.
And there was still 10 minutes left to play in the game. And I always tell people, if we didn't have Mark Johnson, we wouldn't have been in that position as well. Mark scored 2 goals. But I think that kind of exemplified our team. Everybody had to do something at some point, whether it's Jimmy making a big save, Buzzy scoring, Robbie playing so well. And I had an opportunity to help, and it turned out to be the game winner. And I guess I look back on it and take great pride in knowing I was able to do that.
Rob, one of the things that really comes through in this doc is the coach. Herb Brooks, to hear his son and to hear them both sort of describe him the same way that you described him. He was hard.
Really hard. I mean, not anybody could play for him, and he was a very demanding coach, but he's somebody I would play for any day. If he asked me to put my skates on tomorrow, I'd do it, because he got his players to play at their highest level at the most important times.
Jim, Mike just alluded to it, the saves that day. 36 saves. No way we win that game without what you pulled off. And for you, what really came through in the documentary, it was deeply personal, because you just lost your mom to cancer. Yeah. And then to see you standing on the ice with your dad that day, what was that like?
Well, so many sacrifices. I think people sometimes think they make personal sacrifices, and it's really about all the coaches, the community, your family members, and so it's just a really proud moment.
What's it been like to have your life, Mike, defined by that, by what happened in Lake Placid in 1980?
It's a pretty good thing to have your life defined by.
Yeah.
You know, but I've always said, you know, an athletic event clearly changed our lives, changed my life, but it shouldn't change who you are as a person. So I just take great pride and respect in knowing that my teammates and I were a part of something so special, never knowing. I mean, we had no idea the world was watching the way they were. And to have people come up to me to this day, sometimes they'll cry. And they'll say, I remember where I was when we won. And I always go, I didn't know you were on the team. But that's what that moment was. I mean, I've said this before, we could use a 1980 now, man.
Yeah, well, you guys united the country for sure. You're going to Milan Cortina. You think we got a shot?
I hope so. I've told the players, I got to know almost all of them, and I've said, do our team a favor and win a gold medal so people will leave us alone, and it's your time to carry the torch, because I think this team can do it. I think they're going to win it. I really do.
Mike, Rob, Jim, Buzz, thank you. Thanks for being here this morning. Thanks for what you did for America back in 1980. We should mention Miracle, The Boys of 80, streams Friday on Netflix. And, of course, you can catch all of this year's Winter Olympic action starting next Friday, February 6th, here on NBC and, of course, streaming on Peacock. Up next, much more of our anniversary, 30 years of Mr. Roker, and some unforgettable moments here on Today, and some special thanks from just a few of the countless lives that he's changed and inspired through the decades. Big surprise. First, this is Today on NBC.
Hi, Al. 30 years on the Today Show. I bet there's some mornings it feels like it's been 40 years, but we're all so grateful. Congratulations.
Mr. Roker, congratulations, man. Happy anniversary. 30 years. Wow. That's steady employment, and you've been telling us about the weather for 30 years and just preparing us for our days and holding our hands as we go through this life on this planet. It's just amazing. We love you so much. God bless you. You know I love you personally, but we really all do, and I'm sure you're getting a ton of these messages, and it's well-deserved, man. You're a very committed individual, and, you know, God bless your journey. Here's to 30 more and 30 more and 30 more.
That's nice. No, he's on that track.
Yeah. Go back with some anniversary wishes from two of his biggest fans there, Ina Garten, Kenan Thompson there.
Oh, for many over the last 30 years, the day just doesn't begin without seeing Al at his weather map. But for some, it's been more than a forecast. It served really as a calling to follow in his professional footsteps. This is your legacy. Take a look. Over his 3 decades on Today.
That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
With over 10,000 weather reports and counting.
Let's check your weather, see what's going on.
Al Roker has become synonymous with our daily forecast. A trailblazer in the industry, Al was one of the first black weathermen on a national morning show, earning deep respect from broadcasters and meteorologists alike.
We are delighted to share with you a letter from the president thanking you for all of your service.
But one of his longest-lasting legacies will be the countless careers he's inspired along the way.
Growing up watching Al is a huge reason I believe that this career in weather was within my reach. He inspired me and shaped my path.
His example molding the futures of many.
I can't believe it's been 30 years since I was your weather producer, and you were absolutely the reason I'm living my dream down here at NBC Miami.
Thanks to Al, the outlook of the weather world is looking clear and bright.
Well, that was awfully sweet, and they're all so good looking. and young.
Well, your influence has been obviously far and wide. We wanted to show you some of the love up close and personal, bring them to your neck of the woods. And so we have gathered together right here just some of the countless meteorologists and broadcasters, Al, that you have impacted over the last years. Hi, everybody.
What's up? Oh, my God. Thanks for coming.
Angie.
Janice is here.
Oh, my gosh. Hi, how are you? Wow, look at those. And again,
congratulations, Al. And affiliates all across the country, Al. These are your people.
Graduates.
My people.
From SUNY Oswego, also here. Former NBC Climate Unit interns.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And
look at all these.
that's not all, Al.
Yeah.
Hey, Al, take a look at this monitor. We've got some morning teams up early celebrating the anniversary. This is our Kansas City affiliate, KSHB 41, Syracuse affiliate, CNY Central, and Al, your friends, you know you love Cleveland, WKYC3, your old home.
Janice Huff, all together.
Dave Price.
That's when more than 30 people.
Little up-and-comer Dylan Dreyer right here.
30 years of inspiration here.
Wow, my gosh.
Tevin Wooten, you're from our NBC station in Boston.
Yeah.
You grew up watching Al, like a lot of us.
Like everybody practically around the couch for the most part. Yeah. And Al has certainly been a treasure for the country, a treasure for all of us. I know that as a person of color, to do what you do at such a high level, it is an honor to see you every single morning and to wake up and actually receive the toss from you after you say what's happening in our neck of the woods. Your career, though, also transcends beyond, I think, what we see on this couch. Yes. But my nephews, as young kids, Cody, Kari, and Kalan all get to watch Weather Hunters and aspire to become
PBS Kids. Check it out.
Always be selling.
That's right. That's right.
Let's talk to you. You are in Miami, right,
Yeah.
Steve? And tell us about the impact that Al's had with you.
I'm sitting here today. I'm a weatherman because when I was a kid growing up, I watched him. Wow. And through a weird series of coincidences, when I was at Rutgers, I got an internship. And within 30 seconds, I was like, that's the guy that's on TV. That's the guy I love. I'm going to be a weatherman, and I wouldn't be here without you.
I got to tell you, he was one of I've never seen somebody. He did his first tape while he was an intern, and I thought, this kid, I mean, he was better than I was. 10 years in, I was like, he's a natural.
I love you, Al. Thank you.
And by the way, I thank you, Steve. I really, Don Sunikis.
Yes.
Don Sunikis is our chief meteorologist. Yeah. Don, before I even started, Don was here when Willard was here. Wow. And that's how long Don has been here. And without Don and our staff in the climate unit, we on the air, Angie will attest to that, we are nothing. Dave Price also works with him. Dylan works, Janice works with him. It's just amazing.
Aisha Scott, you came in from Chicago.
Yeah.
You also grew up watching Al as well.
Yeah.
What's something that you've learned from watching him on the air?
I've wanted to be a meteorologist ever since I was 7. Oh. So growing up in Norfolk, Virginia, and watching you at this level, especially as a meteorologist of color, it inspired me to not only dream, but also to dream big. And so to do what you do at this level has allowed me to just blossom. And especially you're yourself. And I think that's so big in this industry, is to be able to just be yourself. Also, I have to mention, you probably don't remember, but 2022, October 2022 in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was raining.
Okay, it was
pouring.
Pouring
rain. Oh, I remember.
It was pouring. Okay, so you do. I don't think you could forget that. It was pouring, raining. But to just see you in person and knowing that you inspired not only me, but an entire generation, it just means a lot. Also, I have a 3-year-old. He's almost 3. Weather Hunters.
On PBS Kids, check your listings.
Okay, these guys understood the assignment.
Well done.
Right, on PBS, is it?
Well done.
On PBS Kids, check your local listings. Or the PBS Kids app.
Snowman, by the way, the snowman. He loves the snowman, and so to be able to have characters for him to look up to that look like him is so important. So thank you, Al.
I think for Al, because so many people love you, Al, because you're so funny and you're so full of life and you're so warm, but you also are an incredible meteorologist. You care so much about our world and our climate, and you always bring that, you know, and I think for all of you, you know, it's making science at the center of your careers. It's just been such an incredible legacy.
Well, it's been an honor. Like I've said, I've never planned
to do this. I'm not a meteorologist, but thankfully I have meteorologists backing me up.
But you play one on TV.
Exactly. Literally.
And on Weather Hunters.
Exactly. PBS Kids. Check your local listings in the PBS Kids app. But no, it really is wonderful. You don't think about this, but I was very fortunate. I had a role model in my dad who mentored a lot of people, and I didn't know that he did, but you just try to do what you do, and hopefully people like it. And you know,
we love it.
I love you all. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Well, a big thanks to all y'all for celebrating with us and being up early, although a lot of you work this shift. Don Sunikas.
Sounds like I'm always
I mean, he's a legend.
Don never leaves.
No, exactly. And we have a lot more for our anniversary: food, fun, fashion.
Yes,
we're going to celebrate this guy. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Stop it. And you need an Ewok to do your party tricks, too. Apparently, you need a couple of these guys.
Proudest moment ever. Yeah. And Maria LaRosa's here.
Drunken Ewok is here. No, I was kidding.
Cheers.
But we have to have a toast. This is your signature drink, the Aperol Spritz. The Owl. It's the Owl.
We're just getting started. Happy anniversary, Al.
Thank you. Thank you.
Coming up after your local news.
Cheers.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.